Good evening, everyone. I'm Nina Melhoff. Portland is one of those cities protesting tonight, and this is a look at the Salmon Street Springs, where protesters were rallying earlier today. Our Art Edwards is there live tonight. And Art, what's the scene right now?
Well, at Salmon Street Springs, that was the end point. We are at the start point, Jamison Square, where this all began at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'd say between 100 and 200 people gathered here. This was an event that was organized by Refuse Fascism PDX, and it was a rally to let people know that they are really not happy with President Trump and his administration. There were a lot of people who came out here who gave speeches. Maybe between 100 and 200 people were here. Some of them gave speeches that criticized the Trump administration. Now, once they finished up doing that, maybe after about an hour and a half, they then began to march through the streets of Portland and eventually made their way over to Waterfront Park. When they got to Waterfront Park, they walked through the park and over by the Hawthorne Bridge. For a while, it looked like what they wanted to do was to be able to get up on the Hawthorne Bridge and maybe cross. Portland police were not going to allow that. Everybody turned around and sort of gathered right at the Salmon Street Springs. Now, throughout the march, they were chanting things along the way. They actually stopped one point and sat down in the street at Yamhill and 4th. They said it was a moment of silence. Actually, they sat there for about 4.5 minutes. They disrupted a little bit of traffic once in a while. They would stop at an intersection, but usually through one cycle of a light, they would then move on. Now, as this all got started, we were able to talk to one of the organizers of this event.
Out today to raise awareness about the Trump and Pence regime. We're trying to grow the people. I think America's gotten too complacent. They don't know where to turn. We can't turn towards politicians. That's been shown that it does not work. So people are out here.
I think everybody should stop being such jerks to each other and be a little bit nicer and love one another.
And now, while we were here in Jamison Square, several people, about 5, maybe 6 people from the Patriot Prayer Organization, including Joey Gibson, who is the organizer of that group, were here at Jamison Square. There were a number of verbal confrontations between the two. They are on opposite sides of things. A couple of verbal confrontations, but nothing got physical at all. The march itself was peaceful throughout. No real issues there. We did see police along the way, just kind of keeping an eye on things and making sure that it did sort of stay where they wanted it to stay. They walked into the streets, blocked traffic a little bit, but not a lot. All in all, it was a peaceful event, and their hope is that they were at least able to get some of their message across. Nina, back to you.
All right, Art, thank you so much.